Hi, this is EJ with Wolf Track Overland. If this is your first time here, welcome. We're very happy that you stopped by. If you enjoy this video and find it helpful, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. In this video, we will be replacing the blower motor resistor. If your fan only operates on low and high, or like mine only on high, chances are this is the issue. The part is available on Amazon, dormant part number 973-025, for around $15 as of July 2022. All right, so the first thing we need to do is to replace the motor resistor for the fan. We need to take the interior light out. So the interior light is held in by a 1/4-inch screw. Just a 1/4-inch socket is all you need to get it out. Unscrew it and it'll come right off the bottom of the dash. Be careful, because if it's a stock light, it might be a little warm because the door's been open while you've been working. I unplugged it and set it aside just so that it wouldn't burn anything and it was out of the way. I'd rather have a little pigtail hanging down there than that whole light assembly. All right, so I finally got this out. This was probably the hardest part of the whole process. This red piece right here is a lock. And when that lock is in place, you have to use a screwdriver, a little screwdriver, unless you have really strong fingernails, and I don't have strong fingernails. But you pry between here and this piece. You pry this out like it is. This is the unlocked position. And then you push this tab right here and you pull it straight towards the back of the Jeep. And that's how it unplugs. Getting this part undone is the single hardest part so far. So get that undone. And then the next thing we need to do is we need to take that bolt out. See if I can get the camera to focus on it. That bolt, and then there's another bolt up above that, and that is the motor resistor. See that other bolt? You can barely see it. Take those two bolts out and that'll come right out. So let me get those out because I can't film and do it at the same time, and I'll be right back. So we got the bolts out, and now let's see if I can film this and get this out at the same time. This out from behind all this wiring harness, which why they had to make the wiring harness so stinking tight is beyond me. This should come out of there. There it is. That is the resistor. That's the old one, obviously. So we're going to replace that. And you can see I've replaced it before because it's a dormant part also. So here's the new one. So we're going to put this back in. And it's kind of tough getting it in there. The wiring harness is pretty snug up in there. But we'll give it a shot and see what happens. Here we go. No room to work around this wiring harness. Not to mention you can't see. So the bolts that hold it in are 5/16. The bolt that holds the light in is 1/4 inch. I think I mentioned that already. But God forbid they actually use the same size bolt for things that are in the same area, you know. I mean, make life so much easier for people, but I guess that's not their issue or their concern. Then using a 1/4-inch socket on a ratchet, tighten up the screws. Be careful, they're only going into plastic. They don't need to be super tight. Once that's done, you can move on to the next step. Pretty easy job so far.
So you push it in just like that. Make sure it's all the way in there. And then this little red thing, you got to push that little red lock back in, just like that. All right. How about that, huh? There's low, low, medium, high, medium, and high. Perfect. Last thing to do is we're going to take our little light here and we're going to plug it back into the wiring harness. Plugs into this yellow and black wire, just like so. And then we put that back in. Once we get that wiring harness plugged back in, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to put it back up here, screw it in, just like this. Remember, this is 1/4-inch, whereas the screws holding the resistor on were 5/16. Put this back on here. Tighten that up. Make sure it works. Looky there. We're good to go. And that's it.